Hello and welcome to my Mondrak Glory Dominus deck tag. This is the commander I've pulled from one of, no, it's the first pack I've ever opened. So that's why it's one of my commanders in my commander deck. It's a commander CMC 4 that says if one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. So it will also double my treasure tokens that I make in this deck as well as my creatures. You can also sacrifice 2 other artifacts and or creatures and put an indestructible counter on Mondrak if you pay the right amount for it as well. So he can stay longer on the board that way. Yeah, let's go to the artifacts. So I have lots of ramp in this, a Cage Sun and Gauntlet of Power, so my lands tap for an additional mana. And if both of those are on the battlefield, my lands tap for 3, so that's nice. Yeah, I have also a Mindstone, Ketra's Monument, a Perm Medallion, Skycliff Relic, Soul Ring, and the one of the Word Soul for ramp in my artifacts. The one ring will get me some more card draw as well as the skull clamp, so that's always nice. Yeah, the Halo Fountain is one of my win conditions. I can create tokens or untap creatures, so I win the game with it. The Horn of Gondor and the Horn of Valhalla will create me creature tokens, and that will be doubled with Mondrak, so I can get a whiteboard. Okay, let's go to the creatures. I have 29 creatures at the moment, and one of them is the Ancient Gold Dragon. I've rolled a couple of d20s in one of my games. And yeah, rolling a d20 with the commander out is 40 creatures on board in one turn. That's pretty gross. That's pretty cool. Yeah, also have ramp and card draw in my creatures. The Archivist of Ogma will draw me cards as well as the Esper. Mangara, the Battle Angels of Tyr, and Master of Ceremonies, the Mentor of the Meek. Let's see, yeah, I can let people, or let me draw cards if I give a treasure to someone else. So yeah, Solemn Simulacrum will draw me cards as well as the Welcoming Vampire, so that's cool. Yeah, then we have a new include, the Aven Interrupter. I can exile a spell and it becomes plotted, so it's nice for instant cards. And this gives me Graveyard Hate as well, so that's cool. I also have a couple of Phyrexians that I pulled and just put into the deck, so I can bump up my creatures if I want to and stay a bit more protected with the other Elish Norn. Also more land ramp in this with Keeper of the Accord, Knights of the White Orchid, Loyal Warhound. Discerning Financier will also help me if I'm behind. And we have the Weathered Wayfarer in here as well as the Solemn Simulacrum. Yeah, then we have the Mirror of Shield of Archive that will win most of my games. Once I made like 700 creatures with her and Mondrak on the battlefield. Also a new include the Moonshaker Cavalry. It's like a Greater Behemoth but then for white. It's pretty darn good, as well as the Mirror Entity that makes all your creatures you control have base power and toughness XX and gain all creature types. So it's pretty cool, also with the Roaming Throne combo. Most of the times I call it Phyrexian, because yeah, I have a couple of cool Phyrexians in this deck. Okay, then we have the enchantments, some landfall pieces, yeah, some more land drops. If I miss them, I can draw a bit more and play a bit more. Also Smothering Tide for the ramp. Do you pay the 2? I love to say it. And Tokashi's Welcome for a bit more card draw each turn if I want to. So I can play more instants and draw of that as well. Okay, then the instants. The copper codes will create me creatures that will double with my commander. Galadriel's Dismissal. Yeah, I sometimes phase out my opponent and just swing at them for lethal. A couple of my friends play artifact decks, so Heliod's Intervention is pretty good for that as well. Some more protection, graveyard hate, top decking stuff. Yeah, pretty neat. Um, yeah, 34 lands, not too good, but I'm willing to take the risk with all the land ramp that's in there. Then we have the two planeswalkers in here. I'm probably gonna cut Ajani, because I normally don't use him that often, because I don't gain life. Yeah, for the sorceries, the Austere Command, destroy all artifacts, pretty good most of the time, and destroy all creatures with mana value 4 or greater is one I choose most of the time as well. I can include a Farewell, but not at the moment. Got a deal will get me more card draw. Fund of Glory will make loads of tokens and White Angels if access 10 or more. The Hour of Reckoning will keep my non-token creatures alive, as well as my commander if he has an indestructible counter, so that's cool. The Idyllic Tutor, I can use it to search for Smothering Tithe most of the times. Yeah, some exiling as well. Creating more tokens and destroying all the creatures, making my Mondrak indestructible first, so that stays on the battlefield. Same for the Battle of Bywater. And White Sun Zenith is in there as well, as an alternate win con with poison damage, toxic. So that's also a fun way to win. Then we have the maybe board. Things I want to include in my deck. I have a Teferi's Protection coming, and Ashnod's Altar isn't in there yet, but it's pretty fun because I can just play an X-Spell, sacrifice all the creatures that I made, and then play the other X-Spell to create, most of the time, twice that many, and double those with Mondrak as well. The Enlightened Tutor is momentarily in another deck. I can put it in here if I want to, but not for now. So yeah, let me know what you think about the deck tech. See ya!